everyone, welcome back to Yusuf Reacts. Today, we're diving into one of the more underrated James Bond films in the franchise, A Quantum of Solace 2008. This movie, starring Daniel Craig in his second outing as 007, is often overshadowed by the monumental success of Casino Royale. But does it hold up as a worthy sequel? Let's break it down. Picking up immediately after the events of Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace takes us deep into Bond's emotional journey as he seeks revenge for the death of Vesper Lynd. The plot follows Bond as he uncovers the secretive organization, Quantum, while trying to prevent a global crisis orchestrated by the villain, Dominic Green. Along the way, he confronts betrayal, deception, and the moral cost of his mission. Now, the movie is a direct continuation of the previous film's plot. And while that makes it a unique entry, it also means that a lot of the emotional weight is carried over from Casino Royale. If you haven't seen that film, you might be a bit lost here, but let's dive deeper into the themes of Quantum of Solace. In Quantum of Solace, Daniel Craig's portrayal of Bond evolves significantly. We see a more ruthless, emotionally driven version of the character, haunted by the loss of Vesper Lynd. Bond is out for revenge, and it's clear that his personal demons are affecting his professional actions. One thing I really appreciate about Craig's Bond is how he's not a superhuman action hero. He's flawed, conflicted, and human, which adds layers to the character. You can see how the trauma from Vesper's death shapes his decisions throughout the movie. Dominic Green, played by Matthew O'Mallory, isn't your typical Bond villain, while he may lack the grandiosity of some of the more famous villains. In the franchise, Green's ambition and cunning make him a formidable adversary. He's all about manipulating resources for power, and it's his connection to the secretive Quantum organization that gives the movie its larger stakes. Then there's Camille, played by Olga Kurylenko. While not a traditional Bond girl, she's a strong character with her own motivations, seeking revenge for the wrongs done to her family. She provides a unique dynamic to Bond's journey, and I love how their partnership develops throughout the film. Of course, what's a Bond film without action? Quantum of Solace is packed with high-octane sequences that keep you on the edge of your seat. From the opening car chase to the tense final confrontation, the action is non-stop. One of the standouts is the opera house sequence. It's chaotic and visually stunning. What really sets this movie apart in terms of action is the gritty, fast-paced style. The fight scenes, particularly the hand-to-hand combat, feel more visceral and raw compared to other Bond movies. However, I know some viewers felt the shaky camera work during some of these sequences was a bit too much. Thematically, Quantum of Solace deals with issues like trust, betrayal, and revenge. The title itself is a reference to Bond's search for peace amid the chaos. But unlike other Bond films, it's more emotionally complex and less about the usual globetrotting adventure. The tone is darker than usual, and Bond's inner conflict is front and center. This isn't just about saving the world. It's about Bond dealing with his own emotional turmoil after losing Vesper. The movie explores how vengeance and justice can blur into one another. James Bond tries to stop an organization from eliminating a country's most valuable resource. Is there solace in revenge? James Bond and M sniff a shadowy international network of power and corruption reaping billions. As Bond pursues the agents of an assassination attempt on M, all roads lead to Dominic Green, a world-renowned developer of green technology. Green, a nasty piece of work, is intent on securing a barren area of Bolivia in exchange for helping a strong man stage a coup there. The CIA looks the other way, and only Bond, with help from a retired spy and a mysterious beauty, stands in Green's way. M wonders if she can trust Bond, or if vengeance possesses him. Can anyone drawn to Bond live to tell the tale? Following the events of the previous film Casino Royale, James Bond Daniel Craig is driving from Lake Garda to Siena, Italy, with the captured Mr. White Jesper Christensen in the trunk of his Aston Martin DB SV12. After evading pursuers, Bond delivers White to M. Judi Dench, who interrogates him regarding the mysterious organization, Quantum. M thinks Bond is on a personal vendetta mission and warns him against going overboard. When White responds that their operatives are everywhere, M's bodyguard Craig Mitchell suddenly shoots one of the guards and attacks him. Bond chases Mitchell and eventually kills him and returns to the interrogation to find that White has escaped. After returning to London and searching Mitchell's flat, Bond and M discover Mitchell had a contact in Haiti, Edmund Slate. Bond learns Slate is a hitman sent to kill Camille Monte's Olga Korolenko. At the behest of her lover, environmentalist entrepreneur Dominic Green Matthew Amalric, Camille was instructed to pick up Slate from his hotel, but Bond got to Slate first and killed him and walked out with his briefcase. So Camille mistook Bond for Slate. Camille thinks Slate is a geologist hired by Green, but Bond finds a gun in Slate's briefcase, which makes him an assassin. Camille drops Bond out of her car, who follows him on a bike. Camille goes straight to confront Green. Green takes Camille back, but says that he suspected Camille was using him to get to General Medrano, and he found that she was investigating his dealings behind his back. Observing her subsequent meeting with Green, Bond learns Green is helping exiled Bolivian General Medrano Huancayoso, who murdered Camille's family when she was a little girl to overthrow the government and become the new president in exchange for a seemingly barren piece of Dedo Sahara Desert. Green reveals Camille's past to Medrano and offers her to him as part of the deal. Medrano takes Camille on his yacht with an intention to rape her. After rescuing Camille from Medrano, Camille was about to kill Medrano, but Bond's intervention lets him escape. Bond follows Green to a performance of Tosca in Bregenz, Austria. Meanwhile, the head of the CIA's South American section, Greg Bean David Harbour, along with agent Felix Leiter Jeffrey Wright, strike a non-interference deal with Green for access to putative stocks of Bolivian oil, which the CIA believes to be the reason for Green's interest in the land. Green wants Beam to get rid of Bond for him. Bond infiltrates Quantum's meeting at the opera, identifying members of Quantum's executive board, and a gunfight ensues. A special branch bodyguard working for Quantum member Guyan, an advisor to the British PM, is killed by one of Green's men after Bond throws him off a roof when the bodyguard started shooting at Bond. He acted in self-defense. As M assumes Bond killed him, she has his passports and credit cards revoked. Bond heads to Italy and convinces his old ally Ren Mathis Giancarlo Giannini, whose innocence was confirmed after the events of Casino Royale, to accompany him to Bolivia. They are greeted by Phil's Gemma Arden, a consular employee, who demands Bond return to the UK immediately. Bond seduces her, and they attend a fundraising party Green holds that night Mathis got them in using his contacts. At the party, Bond again rescues Camille from Green. Camille had infiltrated the party to confront Green again, and he was about to throw her off from the balcony when Bond intervened, and they leave. The Bolivian police, who are on Green's payroll, pull Bond and Camille over but discover Mathis unconscious in the car's boot. One of the policemen shoots Mathis before Bond kills both of them. Mathis dies in Bond's arms, urging him to forgive Vesper and himself. The following day, Bond and Camille survey Quantum's intended land acquisition by air. Their plane is shot down by a Bolivian fighter aircraft before being crushed in the mountains and ignited. They skydive into a sinkhole and discover Quantum has been secretly damming Bolivia's supply of fresh water to create a monopoly. Back in La Paz, Bond meets him and learns Quantum killed Fields by drowning her in crude oil. Bond meets Leiter and convinces him that he is fighting for the wrong side. Leiter discloses Green and Medrano will meet in the Atacama Desert to finalize their agreement. Warned by Leiter, he evades the CIA's Special Activities Division. At a facility in the desert, Green has Medrano sign a contract that will make Medrano the leader of Bolivia in exchange for the land rights. When Medrano realizes that the land rights make Green Bolivia's sole provider of water at significantly higher rates, He refuses, but is forced to sign when Green threatens him. Bond and Camille infiltrate the complex. Bond kills the police chief for betraying Mathis, and after killing the security detail, he confronts Green. Meanwhile, Camille kills Medrano, avenging the murders of her family. The struggle leaves the facility destroyed by fire. Bond captures Green and interrogates him about Quantum. Bond leaves him stranded in the desert with only a can of engine oil. Bond and Camille share a kiss, and she wishes him luck in conquering his demons. Bond travels to Kazan, Russia, where he finds Vesperlin's former lover. Yusuf Kabira, a member of Quantum who seduces women agents with valuable connections and is indirectly responsible for her death. After saving Kabira's latest target Kadik, Bond allows MI6 to arrest Kabira unharmed. Outside, M tells Bond that Green was found dead in the middle of the desert, shot twice in the neck and some engine oil found in his stomach. M tells Bond she needs him back. He responds that he never left. As he walks away, Bond drops Vesper's necklace behind him in the snow. So, does Quantum of Solace deserve more credit than it gets? I'd say yes, while it may not have the same cultural impact as Casino Royale. It's a solid continuation of Daniel Craig's take on Bond and a deeper dive into his psyche. If you're a fan of character-driven stories with a bit of action on the side, this movie is worth revisiting. Let me know what you think. Do you enjoy Quantum of Solace, or do you think it's one of the weaker entries in the franchise? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more movie reviews and discussions.